Howdy y'all, Stock Warden here, back with another video. We're covering ACHR Aviation today, and man have they got a lot going on. This stock has been moving up and down with a solid bearish run here lately, where they've been continuing on a downward trend as it stands, especially following their Q2 earnings report, where they had a wider than expected Q2 loss. So let's jump straight into the video and we'll get deeper into more details on what this stock's doing, where it's going, and why the stock is heading in the current direction, and where it's going to be looking at here in the near and far future. So, ACHR Aviation's Q2 earnings ended up having a lot larger of a loss than what they expected. They were originally planning for a loss of 26 cents per share, but they had a total loss of 36 cents a share, which was a lot wider than what they had earlier anticipated. Their operating expenses that they had reported was $123.5 million. So the company ended the period with approximately $1.72 billion in cash and cash equivalents. So they have plenty of cash in hand. They do have a large, substantial sum of money being held, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to end up pursuing higher in the stock market in price per share. So the company itself is not in a huge amount of debt, being able to hold their own money because they have that 1.7 billion in not just money, but they also hold that in a full set of liquidity. So ACHR reported that they had an adjusted EBITDA loss of 118.7 million in the quarter. So with their third quarter having an adjusted EBITDA loss of 110 million to 130 million, which is where they had to change and pivot to what they were looking at. So their earning expectations, they were estimating a 0.25. They ended up having a full blowout where it ended up coming out to 11, because they believed that it was going to be a lot better of an earning because they were going to have more contracts and be able to push more certifications through Q3 that they weren't able Q2 that they weren't actually able to make happen. So that has been a big reason for this stock's downward trend as it's been going. But even though the stock has started trending downward, you still have H.C. Wainwright & Co. saying that they are keeping a buy on ACHR Aviation with an $18 price target, along with Needham reiterates a buy on ACHR Aviation, maintaining a $13 price target. So those two are great things where they're looking at saying that ACHR is a definite buy, that the company still has plenty of cash, plenty of money in holding, to where if they've only lost 118 million over the course of 3 months, then 1.7 billion, they can hold on to that for a long time. So this company's not going under anytime soon. The main thing to focus on with this company is how fast they're going to be able to advance, pushing off against Joby, which is another eVTOL company as well that's going to be looking at being the competition for ACHR Aviation. But you have Cathie Wood, which is a huge name in the stock market industry, where her ARK Invest made a huge trade in ACHR Aviation, where they ended up purchasing a total of over 330,000 shares that was approximated at 3.4 million based on the closing price of the day at $10.25 a share. So they can already see that they've been able to produce a very great view for this company, and for a company as large as ARK to be able to jump in and push through for this stock. Sorry for those. then you can definitely tell that it might not be a short run up, but a definite long run up for a company to be able to put that kind of money and that kind of trade inside this stock. So right now, where the stock has been kind of fumbling over the past 2 weeks, been kind of playing down here at a full resistance line. If we go back and we look at June, we had a lowest price right here at $9.24, and that's actually where we ended up bouncing off of right here on this great day that we had last week. So this was a great trend line to see that this resistance line has held its ground. So Archer Aviation was able to push off and continue to play up here above this resistance line. So with it not breaking down below here, then it's looking like Archer Aviation's getting ready for a bull run. So once they get a couple of more things nailed down, then it'll definitely be something to push forward. Which, just today, Archer Aviation was able to complete a 55-mile flight, which is the longest yet for a piloted midnight aircraft. So they did 55 miles in 31 minutes at speeds exceeding 126 miles an hour. So the flight did take place at Archer's flight test facility in Salinas, California, but even though they were able to reach speeds of nearly 150 over a variety of different patterns and weather conditions. So their airplane in robotaxi is definitely past proof of concept. So now it's just mainly pushing into the safety aspect of things and being able to get deeper into the sector of being able to have the certifications to fly commercially, especially to be able to fly commercially in the city. So we've seen where our resistance level is down here on the bottom. So then our next resistance level is going to end up being up here in this line here at about a 1063. So you can kind of come over and see from here, you had a top here, bottom here, top here, and then a couple more tops, where this resistance line has been kind of held on to pretty well. So with this line being kind of a rough draft on where it's going to now, it's very possible that we'll stick in between here until we get some absolutely stellar news from Archer Aviation. So between the Q2 earnings loss being as heavy and as hard hitting as it was, along with some of the things going on with the tariffs and them not able to get the certifications as fast as they were hoping to, then it's kind of given this stock a little bit of a stagnant here. But with a stagnant stock, that just means that you're going to be able to take a little bit of time, observe what's going on, to be able to make a better financial decision for you and in your situation, to where if you do choose this stock, then the price hasn't skyrocketed yet for you to feel like you lost out, and it also hasn't dropped out for you to believe that, well, you got in at too high and then it's going too low. So I hope y'all like the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like the video, comment what you liked. If you didn't like something about the video, then drop it down in the comments below too, because I'd love to be able to get some feedback to see if there's anything I can do to help make the videos better. So with all that, this is the Stock Warden riding off. See y'all come back now, you hear?